Come on, Facebook. Hello, everybody. It is Monday. But Facebook is thinking about it being Monday. Facebook is having a Monday. I don't know why Facebook isn't starting up yet, folks. It's being funky. It's being the funky frog. We're trying to stream on 2 platforms, but only one is seeming to work. Let's try this again. How's everybody's Monday doing? I don't know what Facebook is going to do with us tonight. Try to create a new one here. Let's try to get Facebook to cooperate. It's having a case of the Mondays. There we go. There, Facebook has joined us. Hello, everyone. It is Monday now. That was weird, Facebook. Facebook didn't want to play tonight. Facebook did not want to play tonight. How was your Monday, everybody? Tell me about your day and what you are grateful for this Monday night. As we all join in, as we're all here. Or we're all trying to be here. If Facebook tells you I'm here, if the YouTube tells you I'm here, I'm here. I'm here. I'll tell you I'm here, folks. But it is great to have you here on this Monday night. I'm excited to have you. Tell me about your Monday and what you are grateful for. Oops, I left the glasses over here. I left the glasses over there. What happened on your Monday? What made your Monday a great day? Hey, Adele and Dazzle are here. That means it's treat time, Dazzle. Treat time, I tell you. We want you to get your treats. You know, hey. It's a good Monday. It is a good Monday, people. Yes, it is. We are broadcasting on both Facebook and YouTube. Once Facebook decided to let us broadcast tonight, it was certainly being finicky tonight. But we are here and we are live tonight. Tell me what is happening in your world tonight, people. That is what I want to know. I want to know what's happening in your world. Yeah, I figured Dazzle wouldn't argue with me on that one. I hope her ears perked up ears tonight as we get going tonight on this Monday night. And Facebook and YouTube seem to be having a case of the Mondays, but, you know, ultimately on this 12th of June, it was July. I don't know why I'm calling it June. You know, here a J month, there a J month, everywhere. Oh, I don't know. J is not a bad word. J month is no longer bad words. It all starts up here, people. It all starts up here with your mindset. With your mindset is where it all starts. That is where it all starts. Well, let's get this party started with the Good Morning, Good Night book. The Good Morning, Good Night book is how we start this program each and every night. And I know tonight I am up against a hard time stop for the NARTS virtual networking for those of you partaking in that. Hey, Kitty, how are you tonight? It eventually gets past my bedtime, especially where I start so early. Tonight in the Good Morning, Good Night book, we are starting on page 44. Good morning, love. Your best impulse, that selfless impulse. Let it take the wheel. Let it drive you towards the person you dreamed you'd be. There is your good morning, folks. There it is, right there. Right there in River City. Very rainy. We had a very, very rainy morning, Kitty. We had a very rainy morning. It was coming down in buckets. It was there was a lot of water on the road. A lot of water on the road driving in this morning. And then it dried out. It was still overcast all day. I was really surprised. Outdoor yoga at the shop. I love it, Vina. I love it. I love that you're doing outdoor yoga at the shop. And I'm glad you're tuning us in tonight. Great to have you here. Great to have you here on this Monday night. But, I really, with how bad it was this morning, I didn't think we'd have any customers. And we had a busy Monday. A very busy Monday, all across the board. All across the board. It was busy in store. It was busy online. It was busy in home decor. It was busy in clothing. It was busy in everything. It was busy in everything. And I'll take busy. I'll take people shopping. We had some nice shopping going on today. So I will take that, cautious optimism on good things coming. We're getting ready to start our clearance sale later this week. Hopefully you're not sending those 3 big storms my way, Kitty. Hopefully you're not sending it our way. It's supposed to be hot and humid here this week, and with a chance of storms, I guess, each day. Those afternoon thunderstorms that come through on those hot and humid days. But I think today was our big, bucket, fill the buckets. Hey, Jennifer, how are you today? Great to have you here. Did not have to water the garden today. That is what I'm saying. We did not have to water the garden today. So I got a few things for you tonight. Let's see. Do I have my quote tonight? I had a really good quote, too. Let's see if I've got a bonus quote here. In my spare quotes. I like this quote. Well, this is one I've used before, but I'm going to use it again. The difference between winning and losing is most often not quitting, from our friend Walt Disney. And it's got the sunshine, which we could all use with all the rain we had today. With all the rain we had. But it's funny because this week in Massachusetts is Hurricane Prevention Week, Preparedness Week, not prevention. I guess there's nothing we can do to prevent a hurricane. Actually, that was the good quote I saw today. Not about hurricanes. It was about the weather. I will get this quote tomorrow because it was a really good quote and I know where I got it from. It was a really great quote about the weather and about your mindset. It was a really good quote, and it was on a church that I've been like, you need to fire the sign writer on this church. They've been really down and dumpy signs and everything else, and they haven't been fun or entertaining or eye-catching. And this one was, and I will find out what that is. But it is Hurricane Preparedness Week in Massachusetts this week. Well, I think it's a reason for a government department, Jennifer. More than anything, it's a reason for a government department to have. I guess we can technically have the remnants of hurricanes up here, but we usually don't get anything like what you get. And so to have Hurricane Preparedness Week in Massachusetts, I have no idea why we have it. Yeah, I'm with you, Kelly. I'm not sure. I think it's a reason for a government agency. More than anything. I mean, we have had bad storms hit up here, but it's once in a 30-year bad hurricane where we get it and it actually causes a lot of damage. But you know, they all the signs on the highway remind you what website to go to and that it is Hurricane Preparedness Week in Massachusetts this week. So since I drive on the highways, I'm able to tell you about it. Okay. So first and foremost tonight, I got to update you on some SBA stuff. So before we go anyplace else tonight, I got to update you on some SBA stuff. Hey, Kelly, did you hear that Vina was doing yoga in the parking lot at her store? Kelly, you are a big yoga person. And they had a yoga group at Vina's store in the parking lot. Parking lot yoga. Resale yoga. That's what I'm talking about. Paper grocery bags were printed with tracking maps. Okay, now you're not that old, Kelly. Back in your day, you're not that old. I'm just saying. Okay, so our friends at the SBA are doing a few things. So this is important stuff for a lot of people. Still. Okay. First off, the SBA has withdrawn the use of a controversial loan necessity questionnaire. I told you that was almost certain to happen, that they were going to withdraw it. Now it's official. And really, that doesn't affect most of you, but I do have some viewers that have larger PPP loans. And it really dealt with the loan necessity, and it really added another layer of complexity to this whole PPP thing. So ultimately, it's a good thing. I know some of you are like, well, I don't want the big guys to get it and everything else. And, sometimes you don't know about the small company next door that's really got a big payroll. And so, think that plumbing company that employs, 50 plumbers or HVAC guys, that payroll gets big really fast. And ultimately, the reason for initial PPPs was uncertainty. When the PPP first came out last April, was first available to businesses, nobody knew where bottom was yet. I mean, we didn't have any idea where this was all going to end out. And so I don't fault, other than the businesses that had access to the capital markets, and I mean the stock market, that were a publicly traded company. Other than those businesses, I don't fault anybody on the initial PPP. Okay, I don't fault any company that got the initial PPP. So not at all. So I don't do that. I don't fault that at all. Okay, so let's talk about PPP forgiveness for a little bit for everybody else. Okay, and I'm gonna try to make this quick, but it's a lot of stuff. Okay, there's a lot to it. Okay, first off, if you got a PPP loan in 2020, if you got your first PPP loan in 2020, okay, forgiveness on those loans is the end of the 24-week period. 24 weeks plus 10 months is when your first payment is due on your PPP loan. Because again, these are loans until they are forgiven. So you have to remember that. These are loans until they are forgiven. So the loan period is your loan deposit date, the day the money hit your account, plus 24 weeks, plus 10 months. 10 months after 24 weeks, if you have not applied for forgiveness, you have to make a payment on that loan. That is what you signed. Whether you docu-signed it, whether you just said, clicked and I accept all this stuff on that box, that is what you agreed to. You agreed to either apply for forgiveness by that time or make your first payment, loan deposit date, plus 24 weeks, plus 10 months. If you got an early PPP, if you got your PPP, your first PPP early, April or May of 2020, that first payment is going to be in August or early September. Okay, if you got an early PPP, that makes that payment due, that first payment due in August or September. What that means is that you need to apply for forgiveness, okay, before that date. As long as you apply for forgiveness before that date, you do not have to make a payment. Okay, you will not be required to make a payment until the forgiveness decision is made. Okay, as long as the loan is forgiven, then you'll make no payment. If part of the loan is not forgiven, you'll have to make payments on that unforgiven portion. But you have until that day to apply for loan forgiveness. Okay, even if you say, I don't have time to do any paperwork, I'm so busy, I'm wearing busy as a badge of honor. Busy is my badge of honor. Okay, if you are wearing busy as your badge of honor, if that is what you are doing, that's okay. That's okay. Okay, because you will have to make a payment. If you make a payment and your loan is in the future forgiven, that's okay. You will get that money back. Okay, you will get that money back. But that is the requirements of the loan document you sign. And I know most people do not read these loan documents. Okay, most people do not read these documents. Most people are like, especially back last April, give me the money. Give me the money. The president said these are all going to get forgiven. Okay, and the government does want to forgive these loans. Okay, the government does want to forgive all eligible loans. All eligible loans. Not all loans are eligible for forgiveness. But they do want to forgive all loans. And I know some of you are having problems with the various portals or lack of response from your bank. And that brings us to the next side of this. Is many banks, some banks are being really good, have a very easy portal to navigate. I know our bank did. I mean, the real key with why I delayed was to make sure that I had the badge looks good next to your gold star. I love it. I love it, Kelly. I'm glad your mommy gave you a gold star. You are refrigerator material. Yes, you are. The reason I delayed, as I've talked about, is I was really trying to make sure that I maximized all my periods, because for the PPP and for the employee retention tax credit, because it is incredibly important that you understand where you're claiming what before you apply for forgiveness, because you can't, once you apply for forgiveness, it locks you in. It locks you in. And so then you're committing. And so you have to make sure that any grants you got, or if you're eligible for the employer retention tax credit, that you do all this in conjunction so that you have it all figured out. But the portal that our bank had, our friends at Enterprise Bank, was extremely easy to use, easy to navigate. It took me just a few minutes once I had all my paperwork together and understood what my time frame was. But I know not all banks, and even these ones that are online, the QuickBooks of the world, the Cabbages and everything else, not all of them are making it easy. Okay, not all of their systems are easy, and it's not easy to get a hold of somebody. So, and our friends at the SBA, and ultimately we love the people at the SBA. They've had a hard job keeping all this stuff straight. Okay, they are going to make a portal available to you, the end user. Okay, they know some of the banks have been making this difficult. And so the SBA is shortly going to have available a direct portal where you can go and seek forgiveness on your PPP loan directly from the SBA and bypass the bank that you got it from or the online firm that you got it from. Okay, you can completely bypass them and go right to the SBA. The key will be, and I have not seen a draft of the portal yet. I just know that it is coming. I got the release from them. I got from all my contacts, and I confirmed it all today that it is coming. And it's coming soon. We should have it in the next couple of weeks because they want to avoid those first payments as well. So I would expect it before the end of the month, no later than August 1st, that this portal will be available to you. And that'll be a good option. You just have to stay tuned in to me for that, okay, before you use the SBA's portal. The biggest single mistake anyone is making with any of the portals, and you are locked. When you do this, you are locked, okay? The biggest thing that people are saying is they're not filling in the amount of forgiveness correctly, okay? They are getting confused, and when they get to the total amount of loan forgiven, they put in the amount of that they use for payroll or something instead of putting in the total loan amount, okay, that you expect the total loan to be forgiven. Because most everyone that I have worked with to this point, it did not take this as a loan. Okay, I advised everybody not to have this as a loan, that only to use this for the advised purposes so you could get it forgiven and have it be a grant. Okay, and I know I still have to post, and I will, the entry to do in QuickBooks so that this shows up as a grant so you don't claim it as income. And that's another big thing that we have to do. But in using the SBA's portal, I just want to make sure that it's simple. And so we will touch base on this again once the portal is available. But those of you that are having problems getting the forms into your bank or to whatever online company you use, don't worry, because the SBA is coming to your rescue on that. So know that is coming soon. We will talk about it more when that portal is actually available. When that portal is actually available, and it should be soon, okay? So sometime in the next couple of weeks. You know what else, people? This video and everything I talk about, goes over to narts.org/resale strong by noon the next day, noon. Everything's over there, all the files, all the links, and a direct link to the YouTube channel. You're not alone running this store, where you can like, comment, subscribe, and oh yes, you can ring that bell so you know when a new video drops. You can also share it with all your friends in business, the butcher, the baker, the candlestick maker, so we can help everybody make it across the finish line. I am here every night at More 8 Than Ish, live in the Narts private Facebook group and streaming on YouTube. But if you have a question in between, you can email me, Neil, Neil, at ECIstores.com, Neil at ECIstores.com. If you're a Narts member tonight, you can hop right on over to Narts Virtual Networking. The link is in the Narts Facebook group, and you should have gotten an email on it. Hop into Narts Networking. You can sit and talk with everybody, grab a table, talk to whoever you want, and see everybody there. It's a good time, and it's a great way to connect with your fellow business owners. So hop on over there. Here at 9 o'clock, we start this program every night with the Good Morning, Good Night book. The Good Morning, Good Night book is how we start this program. Tonight we're on page 44. Good morning, love. Your best impulse, that selfless impulse. Let it take the wheel. Let it drive you towards the person you dreamed you'd be. Your good night tonight is good night, love. That need to rest, that constructive impulse, let it take the lead. I hope you dream the best, coolest shit. Let's go. There's your graphics, folks. Hop on over to that networking, folks. I hope you have a great night. You know, I'm Neil Abramson. I do like to party. I do like a good party, a wedding, a bar mitzvah, even a Nards virtual networking. We will party again. We will party in person. And when we do, I'm going to be there with you. But until then, and until tomorrow at more 8 than ish, know that you and you, but most importantly you, yes you, you're not alone running this store. We'll pick back up on the inventory discussion tomorrow night. Have a great night, everybody. It's time for dessert.